Congratulations on your victory, champ. You definitely broke the top.
I knew I hit him pretty hard, you know, and you know, no, I didn't know I broke the jaw. You know, I mean, I felt something, you know, but it's whatever.
Were you frustrated that you weren't able to get more of the ground game off?
No, I mean, you know, it was the first round, and I think, you know, he's trained on getting away and getting up and getting out. And I do that too. I would get shields. And he will hold you down there. So I know how that is. And you know, it was a gamble. The whole thing's a gamble. You know, I feel like, you know, all that's said and done, you know, no disrespect, but I feel like, you know, my skill level is way higher standing up and on the ground, but it's a gamble, you know, like, you know, back and forth. That's what the problem is, you know. So, you know, it's like, okay, should I try to finish with punches, or since I got him down here, should I try to? That indecisiveness is my main problem, which makes this guy sort of a tough matchup for me. I think, you know, like I said, no disrespect or anything, but I feel that I would win the jiu-jitsu match, you know. I mean, if it was a jiu-jitsu match, I won on the points, with the guard pass and everything, so, you know, we got some jiu-jitsu people out here, so why not? It's fun.
If you could do it again in terms of going for a big shot or maybe trying to lower your score more, which tactic would you make in this effect?
I'm sorry?
If you could change up what you did tonight and maybe throw more punches or less punches?
I think I would have just been a little more patient in the second round and just believed in my stand-up a little more. I mean, it's not that I didn't, you know. I really have some really good sparring partners. You know, they're the best in the world, and I work out hard, you know, boxing, you know. And like I said, you know, it's just that indecisiveness in certain fights, certain matchups. You know, you gotta, you know, take a pick. You know, you can't back and forth it like that. That's what I did the first time, and that's what cost me the fight.
What's the hardest shot that you tried to put tonight?
I don't know. I think the one that cut me a little bit here was, you know, I think it was just a good shot. You know, I mean, it just, I didn't feel like it was that hard of a shot. I just hit me in the right spot. You know, just like the first fight. You know, I wasn't stunned. He just hit me in the right spot, and, you know, cut. And he's a real boxer, so you can't take punches from a guy like that. You know, same with me. I land the punches on people, and they're all busted open. So, that's.
You guys obviously really trained on each other, throwing heavy shots. And it looked like you guys getting really good a couple of times. Do you feel like you ever caught him before you started fighting?
You know, I felt like I would just fraction. My time was off just a little bit tonight, you know. So I don't know. I'll just get back in there, let myself heal, and whatever Scott wants me to do, wherever he wants me to fight, 155, 170, and build back up, and we'll see if our rubber matches in the future. I don't know, I'm down for whatever, but yeah, I just felt like I was a little bit off the timing, but it's alright. So like I said, I'll just reevaluate the fight when I get home, and we'll see, you know, see what I think, and that's it, go in there.
No, you know what? I don't think it did. I think, like I said, I think it was just the indecisiveness. Like, I went out there throwing a little bit of punches and then grabbing on him a little bit, and I didn't commit to a takedown. The ones I did commit to, I went on top, and I think that's why I had decided to go on top in that fight, and I started going on top. Just like I decided to work my stand-up in this fight, and I started working my stand-up. And the thing was, it was too indecisive in the first round, and before I started to you know, taking it to the ground, I was already hit and I was already cut. And that doctor shouldn't have stopped the fight. You know, it was a small cut. I had blood in my eye in this fight. Yeah, I had blurry, you know, blurry on one side, and I'll fight with one eye. I mean, You know, it was the same thing in the last fight. I had one eye was a little blurry, and I was gonna win that fight, man. I wasn't gonna lose that fight. I think I would have won that fight in the second round. This guy trained how to fight me. He knew how to fight me this time, and he went 5 rounds. And you know, if I had been a little bit less indecisive this time too, I think I would have finished the fight. You know, like I said, with that guy, it's just about committing to one or the other, getting to the ground, or staying up. You know, if I choose one or the other, I don't think I'd run into problems the way I did.
Nick, when you got cut, was there any trepidation, any thoughts of, shit, it's the whole DX season all over again?
No, I was just, I was more like, I don't give a, you know, I'm like, they're not going to stop it this time, I don't care. I was angry, you know, but I mean, what are you going to do, man? I screwed up, I got careless and came in, you know, I was rushing in there a little bit too much, and I just had to take a step back and go, why did I do that? And then, you know, just do the right thing.
With everything being said, are you ultimately happy with your performance, or is there coming out of this? Do you think there's something that you need to learn?
No, well, I'm not. I don't want to say I'm completely happy with my performance. Like, you know, I know what I shouldn't have done now. You know, and, I'm, you know, I'm happy with the way it went. You know, I can't complain. You know, I won the fight. I'll tell you what, you know, I didn't, Coonan, she came in, you know, and she shook my hand before the fight, and she had her hands wrapped already, and I'm going, isn't she coming out for me? And I was going, I should probably already be wrapped right now. So it was not going good whatsoever. I had a really late warm-up, and, you know, not that I didn't have a really good corner with me, but we were just kind of relaxing a little bit too much back there. So I was really in a hurry to get my, I was Josh Thompson's fighting, I'm getting wrapped, and I'm like, oh my God. No, I'm just going like, you know, please don't get knocked out. You know, I'm like going, I'm rooting for Josh, like, come on Josh. You know, don't tap out, or, you know, so. But, yeah.
It looked like to me, first in the third round, you really started getting a rhythm. Was there, at what point for you personally did you click, like, okay, I'm on this roll now, I got it?
I think I am a slow starter, you know, a lot of the time. That's why I had a good plan for the second round. And then I think that, you know, I screwed up a little bit in the second round, but I just knew I had to pull it together, and that's what I did.
Do you think switching stances, really switched up, seemed like quite a lot between fighting southpaw and orthodox? Do you think?
I think it screwed with him a lot. I think, you know, I was standing southpaw, just, you know, standing across from him, and then when he came across, I was standing conventional. So I think he was like, whoa. I did with him, because I knew he had trained for southpaws, and he did. I got hit when I was standing southpaw, you know. It's the wrong type of guy to be standing southpaw with. He's a real boxer, and he should, you know. I noticed in my sparring, I switch it up, and conventional. And I picked it up, put it together, and I was like, I'm gonna go out there and fight conventional, because that conventional takedowns, you know, I'm really a lot better at finishing takedowns if I shoot it and stand that way. So
Is this something we're gonna see more of in the future?
you're gonna see it all, you know, do it all. So
It seemed like after the end of the second round, you weren't keeping your distance in the second round quite as much, it seemed like. Was something said to you in between the second and third round? Because you came out right away, went for a shot, and then it seemed like you took your distance really well from that point forward.
I don't, sorry. Can you tell me one more time?
It seemed like you came right out in the third round, went for a shot, didn't get it obviously, but you kept your distance. In the second round, it seemed like you didn't.
I wanted him to throw some punches. I was doing all the punching, I felt like, and I needed him to throw some punches. I knew he was only throwing 1-2, so I could counter, you know, I could counter with 3 punches after that. So I was trying to get him to throw, and hoping those would bounce off my gloves a little bit, and then counter, you know. So I have to watch you know, the tape and see if that was actually working for me. But maybe, you know, I suppose it wasn't. But I don't know. You know, I'm gonna have to take a look at that.